This video contains spoilers for Andor, especially the later episodes, so if you haven't watched that, there are spoilers in this video, so be warned going forward. I, like many others, have been watching Andor recently, and I've been thinking about Luthen Rael. He's a character who's had a very vague origin so far, and we know very little about him. I've actually been thinking about how they're gonna work him out. His ruthlessness and win at all costs attitude have made him a fan favorite on the show already, also helped by the fact that he's played by a very great actor in Stellan Skarsgård. But as I said, I've been thinking about what could happen to this character once we know more about him and where he's from, and I received a very interesting comment from BTS Studios recently also talking about this. I also ended up having a bit of a conversation with him in the comments where we actually agreed to what I'm about to say. In Andor episode 11, which is also the latest one when recording this video, Luthen is searched by Saw men when arriving at their base, and they find something that looked very much like a lightsaber, a wooden lightsaber hilt. The thing is, people have theorized that Luthen could be a Jedi for quite some time, since he has always been using kyber crystals. He gave one to Andor very early on in the show, so he has always like hinted to having something to do with the Force and kyber crystals that also, you know, power the lightsaber. But now we seemingly have some sort of proof that he is at least a Force user, or maybe even a Jedi or a Sith. So what could this mean for LEGO, and why am I making a video about this? I believe, just like BTS Studios said in our exchange, that if he turns out to be a Jedi, he will most likely be more popular than he currently is, even though he currently is quite popular and people really like his character, because Force users are always popular. At least the ones who do a good job on screen, which I think Luthen Rael is absolutely doing at the moment. But this isn't the only reason I favor Luthen's LEGO minifigure. In the past few years, Star Wars shows have resulted in very few LEGO sets connected to them. The only exception to this in my mind is The Mandalorian, who's gotten an abundance of sets, even though only 2 seasons were released. But if we look to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, for example, there are only 2 sets that are coming directly from the show. I think we will get more from the Kenobi show, because that was a big show for Disney. They really pushed that for quite some time. But Andor has fewer viewers, and even though it is a very well received show by the people who actually watch it, I don't think that we will get quite so many sets from Andor. So what am I getting at here? I believe, as I said about Cassian Andor minifigs a few videos back, just like Rebels, I think that the Andor sets will not sell that well, and there won't be a very big supply of the minifigs of the Andor sets on the secondary market once the sets retire. So I believe that if Luthen is a Jedi and we never see him again outside of the Ambush on Ferric set in LEGO format, I could easily see him having a meteoric rise once the set retires, since I expect these sets to perform like the Rebel sets did, not sell very well when on shelves, but be super expensive once the set retires, since the supply will be a lot smaller on the aftermarket. A small warning here though, Luthen's ship is a very distinct one that has featured quite a lot, so I think that if we get another set from the series, I think that Luthen's ship is not too unrealistic to imagine, especially after episode 11, but that is probably the only way I could see Luthen getting another figure, because when he has featured in the show, he has mostly featured in scenarios LEGO wouldn't make sets out of, the antique shop and different parts of Coruscant, but he has basically never featured in an action sequence except for the scene versus the big tractor beam ship in episode 11. All of this is of course speculation, but I will probably pick up a few of these Luthen minifigures in a few months time, once the set reaches a low point in price, and it has been out for some time. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to vote on the poll on the community tab to have a say on what I give away in my giveaway. But that's all for now. I see you all in the next video.